Reich leaders. Modern day neo-Nazism, and it is more prevalent than anybody would be comfortable believing. And you know what, where it's very prevalent still? Even in the modern so-called freedom movement. Because you have so many people buying this absolute crap psyop that the Nazis weren't as bad as they're historically made out to be. It's completely disgusting, and the people that fall for that psyop are as dumb as a bag of crap and should be completely ashamed of themselves. They should know better, because there's such ubiquitous, ample historical documentation from a wide eclectic variety of sources to support what really went on during Nazi Germany and Soviet Russia and other communist nations, that anybody that can't grasp that historical framework is an idiot. And I don't care who that offends. Get as offended as you want about it. Okay? Because this whole program of excusing the Nazis for what they did, specifically them, is outrageous in the so-called truth movement. Just because some idiot makes a documentary about how bad the bombing of Dresden was, and the Allies were then the bad guys suddenly. People have no historical framework and no understanding of how actual military and warfare operations work. The Dresden bombing is an example of still completely controlled military operation. It's not even what is called total war. When that gets underway, it'll make Dresden look like you're sitting down having a little piece of cake and tea. And that's what people have no historical framework or understanding of from certainly a combat or military perspective. And I didn't see combat like that in my life, but I've studied it so much that I could probably be a general on a battlefield with what I know about military tactics. Neo-Nazism is a modern social and political movement that seeks to revive and reinstate the ideology of Nazism in the world today. Most adherents of neo-Nazi ideology promote racism, ultranationalism, Aryan racial supremacy, anti-Semitism, Holocaust denial, which is gigantic in the so-called truth movement, it's disgusting, eugenics, and the creation of fascist nation states in the modern world in order to constitute a, quote, Fourth Reich. These are brain-dead cultists, is what they are. And so are modern communists. There's no difference between them. They're all cut from the same immoral cloth. Neo-Nazism is a global phenomenon with organizations operating through international networks around the world. The religious zealots of this modern-day cult regularly display Nazi symbols and openly express admiration for Adolf Hitler and other Nazi leaders. Ongoing psychological operations, or PSYOPs, waged against the public to discredit the modern freedom movement include the effort to portray Hitler and the Nazis as the quote-unquote good guys of World War II. This effort is so omnipresent that you can barely escape it and escape hearing about it constantly in the modern truth movement. It's sick. Sick.